Hello and welcome to the pre-show for Mind Pockets. Alright. I legit just woke up, so I'll be right back. Oh, I got 4 minutes. How you're doing? I think we're all doing well. Why do they keep having me set up my PlayStation every time? I don't understand it. Anyway. Almost. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Need a donut real quick. I think Mom's at work. So we'll see. All right. I got what you ready. All right. How we all doing? All right. Where do I look? I'm just checking out. I should clean this up a little bit. That's not good for sure. Oh, Ben, you're so funny. All right. All right, hang out. We're gonna get this thing started. 2 minutes late because I just woke up, but it is what it is. Hello, welcome to Mind Pockets Live, the award-winning podcast, the award-winning live podcast, live show. I guess live show. One day I will figure out what the hell to call this stupid thing and how to open it. But that's how good Mind Pockets is. Fucking constantly changing. I'll figure it out. Oh, all right. We need everybody to hang out today. All right, we got some big ones. We got some big updates. If you guys were here Monday, you know that there was an ask to be here because my mom threatened me. Dude, my mom straight up was like, she did something, and I'm like, "You're going into my pocket." She's like, "Fucking do it." She's like, "I dare you." She's like, "You're on the wrong side of this one." So, um, and I know I'm on the wrong side of it, but it was adorable, and I love her, and uh, she's so funny sometimes. So, you're gonna have to hang out for that one. We had we were doing some testing, and then I don't know what the heck else happened. I don't know what else is going on. This whole week has been kind of like all over the place. But thank you guys for hanging out, man. Saturdays my um, Saturdays are my jam. Do mind pockets. Hey guys, new boom mind pockets. This guy right here. Um, I record ideas, thoughts, ideas and thoughts, and like just random whatever I think about. I'll record the thought and I put it together and I play it for you here, in which we will discuss. I will elaborate, and we will figure out what is going on in this guy's head all week. Um, Nothing like groundbreaking, but normally a good time. So, with that, I could have sworn I had some pre-show stuff to do. Nothing. Mine pocket's 86, 85, 85. Um, let's get this thing going. How crazy is it? My little man be driving. Did a pretty good job. Nothing like crazy, but uh, overall, yeah, you did very well. So good for him, man. They grow up so fast. So Monday we had CarCast. I think the first CarCast of year three, um, and it was Lamb driving. So I tried to. Liam's driving. I videoed it the whole time. Uh, like it was really weird because we've been out driving before, and at that time it was at night. He was like way younger, so it was a little bit more focused on him. And so the fact that he's been practicing on the daily, and he's like semi good at it, it was fun, kind of just to sit back and let him do his thing. Um, the I don't know, like I don't know. Trying to think how am I trying to phrase this thing? I don't know, but it was fun to see him driving. Um, he got to drive the whole way to Kelly's, like 32 minutes. So like he got 32 minutes of just. I think it was the first time. I don't have to ask him. I don't think his mom or David are like hardcore on him when he's driving. But I still think there's that learner's permit eye. that they use when they're letting him drive, and I'm curious if me letting him drive, because I just sat back and just recorded him. Like I don't know if he gets a lot of that yet. So that could have been his first more or less solo drive. Like it was just me just hanging out and talking with him. So that was super fun. I enjoyed looking at my little guy growing up. Um, the fucking crappy part is he got knee surgery on Tuesday. So that was the last time he's able to drive for a couple like 3 months. Um, so I know he's gonna get real anxious and about trying to get back out there on the road. Um, I did check on him uh, early this week. I think to the mind pockets about it maybe, uh, but I won't get too much into it. But yeah, my little guy's driving. Hold on, let's see if we can do this. Mm, let's see, hold on. Media source. Um, no. Let's see, hold on. Um, Dude, you ever play with settings on your computer and then realize like you don't like the settings and now it looks all janky and awkward and you got to try to remember how to put it back to where it was? Because that's exactly where my life is right now. I was trying to fix some stuff and no good. Oh, there was. Where is it? Where else would I have put it in videos? I mean, obviously that'd be the best place for it to go. Um, I did say that I would put it up on Patreon. Dude, I fucked up on the Patreon thing for a second. Like I accidentally posted a bunch of stuff on the Patreon, or I sent out the social on accident that said, "Hey, here's a bunch of stuff going out," um, and it wasn't even out and ready to go, so I had to like panic to get it all done and put together. So it worked. I did not get a chance to put up the Lamb Drive videos, but I did put up all three panel episodes. So those are all available on Patreon. Patreon.com/slash Jason the Whimsy. They're free, but you have to be signed up for the free option. Um, I could have sworn it was on this computer. Oh, I was gonna show you a picture of my little man, but um, I don't know. I was excited to see him drive. He had a good time. I liked it. Uh, but yeah, like I was gonna show you the picture of when super baby, but um, like he's growing up. He's so funny though. Sophia is the coolest. She's a straight hustler and probably gets that from me. Um, almost talked me in to stopping at the gas station for snacks. Almost. I noticed that I'm not screaming in this. Like the other one in this one, I noticed that like I'm talking a little bit more like quiet on this. Like it only took me 85 mind pops to stop screaming into a microphone when I'm recording my goddamn thoughts. Um, Sophia is a genius. Like, okay, so we eat dinner, and then I have snacks and desserts. So it was like, hey, eat your dinner, and then uh, you can have a snack and a dessert. So she's fine with that. Everybody's good. It's like part of the normal routine. You need to eat something before you can get a snack or dessert. So I had to take him home last week, and I don't even remember what event was going on, which Pokemon event was going on. Oh, it was day 2 of Go Fest. So that was like bogus, janky event to begin with. So like I drove through the back way to the park right on the way out, and she knows which way that is, and then she knows that that way drives by the park, and then right next to the park is obviously her QT. And this girl was like amazing. Um, she was like, I gotta start recording everything in the car. So I circle it, and she's like, "Oh, hey, look, there's the park." I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Can we?" And it's already getting dark out, right? She's like, "Oh, we're gonna play." I said, "No." I said, "Not today." I said, I said, "We're going home." And then I go for a minute, and then she's like, "I'm thirsty," and I'm like, "I'm okay." She's like, "I want some water," and I'm like, "Boom, bottle of water," because like I always got bottles of water in the car. And then she kind of looks at me for a second. She's like, "I'd really like ice water," and I'm like, "Oh shoot." I'm like, this kid is trying to get me to pull over and go get her a cup of ice. And since we're there getting a cup of ice, I might as well get a candy bar too. Dude, this kid is amazing. Like I didn't see it coming. I think that's the best thing about most hustles is you never see them coming. Um, but yeah, both my kids now, man, straight straight hustling me. Liam try to hustle me. Um, he got his knee surgery done, and he's like, "Dad, you give me $11 for my game." I'm like, "I'm not giving you $11 for your game." He's like, "But it'll help me feel better." And I'm like, "Get away from me." Uh, so I got two of the coolest kids, and they straight hustling me, man, dude. Like part of it is amazing because like I was watching like how fast Sophia got cold ice water was amazing because like I don't know, like we never stopped for ice, and I don't know if she stops with ice with her mom and her aunt, but somehow she put it together that says like she didn't even ask for a snack. That's the crazy part. It was crazy just to be like, I know I need to get in there, and I want to use water to do it. And then when she got water, she's like, I need a cup of ice, um, which was absolute absolute genius. I love my kids. I think I'm going to be on the wrong side of this one again. Like this is basically another uh, "don't touch my seat" situation. But if a book is shipped and wrapped, if you were to break the seal of like this is a cellophane wrap, nothing crazy. But if you were to remove said wrapping, does the book now become used because it's been opened? Let's discuss. Dude, I'm on the wrong side of this. I know it. All right. Hi, Grandma. For one, when does something mint in box no longer become mint in box? Okay. There was a situation in which a book was ordered, and I felt that for packaging reasons, for storage reasons, right before they ship it off. Um, so okay, so we get the book out of the Amazon. Okay, and then and then I'm like, and then someone was like, "Oh, I want to see what it looks like," and I'm like, "Well, just break the cellophane." And then the response I got was like like utter disgust to be like, "How dare you suggest that I open this book wrapped in cellophane because it is no longer a new book?" And my first reaction was straight laugh, at which I was met with why are you laughing? It's no longer new if unwrapped. No, okay. Here was my defense. Okay. As soon as you change anything about it, taking off cracking the page, see, now here's the funny thing about it. Okay, I'm a nerd and I understand mint in box. So my first reaction of like being just a shitty kid was like, it's just a piece of cellophane. The book is still new. But at the same time, I know that if it was a toy and it was removed from package, that the toy would technically no longer be. I think it would still be new, but not mint in box. And I didn't know that this was a thing for books. My pockets. She looked at me. She's like, "Do it!" Like she like, oh my god! It was like the funniest thing I've ever seen in a long time. Because she knew that you guys would support her, and I get that you do, because I still do. Oh, I just didn't. Okay, here's my one defense. Oh, I need to blow my nose. Here's my one defense. If I go to a Barnes and Noble and there is a Chasing the Whimsy book, so okay, it's on the counter on the table, and I pick one up and I flip through it for a second. Is that book technically still new, or is it then used? And am I did I lose the high ground because it was packaged? Is that where we're drawing the line? Is you can still have a new book opened if it didn't come pre-sealed? Is that the book that? Oh no, God! But what if it was just a happenstance wrapping? Oh my God! So, dude, if I freak, oh, oh man, like I'm sorry that I laughed as hard as I did because just like I'm smarter than this. Because if you try to give me like a video game and then be like, "Oh, Ben, it's still brand new, but I removed it from its original packaging," I'd lose my goddamn mind. Like I get that. Um, oh man, I'm on the wrong. Like I knew I was on the wrong side of it, but my first reaction was like, "You have to make my pockets." And then, so here's you think it was the aggression of like, "Do it, I dare you. I know you're wrong." And then like, oh my god, grandma was there. It was hilarious. Oh, so like to formally apologize to my mom for giving you a hard time about this book. Um, what are you getting from the feedback? That I'm wildly wrong. So, oh, I just don't ever think of books as packaged. Okay, what about this? What if it was like not cellophane or like a what if it was a cellophane that I knew was um not like original packaging. Does that make any sense? Like, so here's what's gonna happen in July. Okay, you're all gonna get your guys' books, right? I'm gonna take pictures of everything. I'm gonna wrap them in cellophane, and then I'm gonna crack the seal and then hand them to you guys. I'm gonna hand you guys a bunch of used books. So if I get the books shipped, not wrapped in cellophane, and I cellophane them, do I now make them new or newer? Before you even finish the thought, you were wrong. I know. Refund. Oh man. Okay. Now here's another random question though. Can I get Whimsy cellophane? Like, is that a package, like a thing? And then, if so, would you guys want your books next year wrapped and still mint, or or does it obviously remove the purpose of the book, which is to look up the year? So, yeah, I'm on the wrong side of it. The book was not cracked. Now, how I would have felt if I cracked the book first. Be like, it's kind of an interesting book, and then all of a sudden hand it to her, and she's like, "Oh." And then like I would have this hit. I'd have this secret of like it's not like I'm a fraud because it's not a new book. I cracked the seal. Oh man, jail, straight to jail. I love you, mom. You were correct. You were right. Man, she weaponized my chats. All right, shrink wrap. Yes. I wonder if I can. I'm gonna try and buy some. I'm gonna start wrapping all of your guys' stuff, and I hope you open them. No, but okay. If I get things and I wrap them still new, and I ship them off wrapped, then do I re-trigger like the newness of it? Because like with the Patreon stuff, I would be interested in like cellophaning and or shrink wrapping stuff, and then having them stored as still mint in box or mint in wrap. Uh, consume book modification add to the unique value of the whimsical nature of this book. Okay, got it. All right, you guys are all ahead of the. You're all correct. I knew I was on the wrong side. I did have to defend it for a second because, as shitty as I was, I needed to attempt to defend it. And my apologies. And I love my mommy. All right, so just finished the 12-hour live stream. I think it went good. Everything was up and running. Uh, audio, video, live. I didn't see any hiccups anywhere. Um, we will see. So that's step one. I think now I just need to ask any of you guys to send me some Mind Pockets so I can do another test. I got to do a couple of these tests because I need to make sure this thing works out very well. There's some concerns with regards to the internet. What happens if that goes out? But overall, looking good. All right, so this is for Lasagna Hammer. They were my tech soundboard, so I can bounce ideas off of them. I did some early calculations, and ish with a margin of error of about a week. We're looking at March 7th for Mind Pockets 100. Maybe a week earlier, week later, depending on what happens between now and then. If I miss a Saturday, um, sometimes if I miss a Saturday, then I'll roll it over to a Monday sometimes. But whatever. But we're looking about March beginning of March for Mind Pockets 100. So I have this weird vision of the episode leading up to like Mind Pockets 99 will be a replay of all of almost of like 99% of all Mind Pockets. I have to find them. I know for a fact that I think I have the first ones. I think there's like a weird chunk. I think there's like five or six that I'm missing somewhere in the early teens that I think I'm missing. But still, between now and March, there's going to be 1,000 Mind Pockets that I'm going to play one at a time. No commentary. Um, so the idea is, how do I play a live stream for 12 to 15 straight hours? So there's concern with the internet. Halfway through, if something happens to the internet, boom, we start to lose. Um, we're going to get a break in the signal. You're going to miss some of the Mind Pockets. Um, then there was my concern was, what can can a computer handle being up and on for 15 hours and doing stuff? And so um, we have a couple of workarounds and some general ideas. But step one was create a live stream for 12 hours. So Monday night we did that. Me. Um, you can't find it anymore. It was only up for the one day. Um, it had a video. It had two videos. It had two videos. It had the lo-fi video up top. I recorded the desk and had it looping. So I recorded like 5 seconds of it and looped it for uh, 12 hours. And then I had a music track playing and looping also. So for 12 hours, I think it came out to 12 hours, just over 12 hours. I look at it, all the numbers look good. There were zero drop frames. I did. I had it on the TV. It worked fine, so you should be good. You still do proper internet at least. Go, whoa, T-Mobile, dude! I don't need that propaganda bullshit on here. Get out of here. Like, what makes them better than the others? I mean, to be fair, they're all like, no, fucking T-Mobile, get away from me. Oh my gosh. Oh, can't believe he said that. Proper internet may or may not eventually become a thing. Um, we will see. As of right now, it still technically works for what I need it for. Um, knowing this is what it is. So with the internet as is, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna be okay. Um, I will do another um, couple of tests, so you guys could see random 12-hour live long streams. I love long streams. Jesus, Ben. 12-hour long live streams. Um, if you do, throw something in the chat. Maybe I'll make a game out of it that says, I don't know, like, what if I do like three or four more and be like, okay, oh, maybe, possibly. All right, so I'm trying to make an event out of it. Okay, so one of the events is um, Mind Pockets. We're calling it Mind Pockets 99 um, with an asterisk because um, there's some things in play. Okay, so my pocket's 99. We'll play all of them, and then if you interact at any time throughout that live stream, which would be a Friday night, the night before, leading into my pockets, we'll do like an entry into getting getting some new merch. So after first of the year, I'm gonna get some my pocket merch made, and we're gonna do a giveaway of some kind. I'm gonna give exclusive. Like you won't even get one on Patreon. Like these will be just like hardcore exclusive Mind Pocket diehards. Mom will probably get one for free because that's what she does. I uh, at this point, uh, she's like the unofficial second host since she's on here almost every week. Um, so yeah, we're testing. We're gonna do some more testing. If you at all can record, email me, text them to me, anything than me. Send me your own mind pockets, and I'll use your guys' mind pockets on a loop for one of the tests. Um, so just throwing it out there. I can't use any of the old ones because it's not authentic, which is interesting how I get really weird about authenticity on stupid shit like this, but I can't crack the binding of a book. What can I say? I'm a complex man. All right. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So, Mind Pocket's 100 or 99. Oh my God, that's so genius. Oh my God, I didn't even realize how genius this is. Um, oh, the marketing of this episode is going to be amazing. I just realized how genius that I actually am. And you guys will notice it in 14 weeks. Anyway, keep an eye out for random testing videos. Interact with them for just a second. Maybe win you something on My Pockets 100. And I'll announce them on episode 100. Now, do I need to do anything special for 100? I got it. Moving on. Early tests say it's going to do well. Um, I did do a Monday night at midnight. Okay. So now the next test will have to be midday, and then weekend midday. So I need to roll it through Friday through Saturday when internet at its peak, and then during the day when God knows why the hell internet gets all crazy. So we got at least like hardcore 2 tests. I'll do a couple more throughout the 12 week, 14 weeks though. So it's gonna be a good time, everyone. Fuck me. All right, another example of how I'm barely an adult. I had a meeting, and thank God I checked the date, the times, because otherwise I would have been 4 hours early. And I couldn't wait 4 more hours. So, um, life is hard. There is mandatory training, right? I don't mind the training aspect, and I totally dig like not on shift training because they still pay you for that shit, right? So what sucks is they're like, Ben, you need to schedule. Like I used to have like the coolest person in the world help me with this shit, right? Remind me and make sure that I signed up for it. So I look at the times, and I was like, December. I'm like, boom, December 8 o'clock. I'll do that one. Then I'm like, no, 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 no. Just in case, I'm gonna do the November one because if I oversleep or something happens and I don't go, I still have the December one to lean back on. So I sign up for the November one, the one on Thursday. It was Thursday. So I sign up for it. Why? And I know this. Why did I think they had the same times? Like I looked at the times for December and I was like, nailed it. And then I went to November, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep like I didn't even check. I didn't even look at the times. So Wednesday, I'm like Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the hell day it was. I go relog in to make sure it was this week, and it was. And there it was like, hey, don't show up at 8 o'clock because it's at goddamn noonish. I don't know. These are just moments that I miss people. And then two, I just I wonder where like how I get through my day. Obviously I like a good routine, but God, anything outside that routine, man, I'm just a 50-50, felt like I overslept one day. Like, dude, a mess. But I did catch it because I did know I needed. So here's the beauty of Ben. I know that I'm often wrong and or often pay attention to almost nothing. But I do know to double triple check for accuracy. Someone should buy me stickers like McDonald's ones. This is double check for accuracy. Um, I should put. Oh, huh. Can we make this more interactive? Like, is there a button I can push where an animation comes in and is like, boom, puts a sticker on the screen that says double check for accuracy? What? Because there's a lot of times I barely remember last week's Mind Pockets, but I have to assume that I've had Mind Pockets before in which I forgot, missed, or didn't know something. Didn't know something happens weekly on the reg, but yeah, I double checked and reconfirmed. I was just upset that I was cocksure for weeks that it was 8 o'clock and it wasn't even close. Not sure if you're aware, but there are these awesome things on your phone called a calendar, or the notes, or the reminders, or the tasks. Yes. Um, but I'm not good at entering any of those things. Here's like we're so close because you could book a flight somewhere and in your email. Okay, hold on. Maybe you guys can help double check this. Okay, so I book a flight in my email. I open it, and then is it Google who was like, "Oh, do you want to add this to your calendar?" Like, is Google reading my emails that says, "Here's a date and time. Do you want me to add it to your schedule or your calendar?" Is it only Google that does that, or will you Yahoo do that too? Because did you know you can also go, "Hey Siri," hold on, I got three phones over here. Uh, blah blah blah. I've never used her. Is that it? So I don't know why I haven't, because um I can't be hung up on the idea of talking to yourself because I do that already. Um, whatever. Here's the like you guys like you know me like I'm a very very old dog and I barely know how to do old dog things. And what makes you think I'm going to learn new tricks? I don't know. But if I was emailing myself, will my email catch it and trigger the auto? Do you want to add this to your calendar? That's all I want, which is so stupid because I would have to forward the email to me when I could just go to the calendar and type it in. Oh man, that sounds like 2026 problems. That's all I know. For the rest of the year, I'm not good with calendars, notebooks, tabs, tasks. What else did you put in here? Reminders. I do set up reminders every once in a while. Uh, so, yes, yes. 2026, Ben will be learning how to work a calendar and reminders with technology.
Pull up a chair for passionate film talk. We're thrilled to announce Cinema Amigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, Cinema Amigos is your perfect listening companion.
CineAmigos and Chasing the Whimsy will be doing a crossover episode in 2026, late February. It's going to be a good time. We're going to do a two-parter. You'll hear part one on ours, part two on theirs. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have a good time. Um, I look forward to it. So keep an eye out for those guys. Check out their podcast. It's on YouTube. Cine Amigos, SEINE Amigos dot Cine Amigos Podcast on YouTube. All right, today felt like the longest day ever. Got off work, went to go visited the boy, went to my meeting. Like everything was dragging so hard. Just got home. It's like 3:30. Like, what are we doing? Such a long day. I got off work, and then it's raining. So, like, dude, like, it's so weird. Like, you'll work through a shift, and it just kind of just flies by. And then I get in the car. It's raining. I can't see anything. Traffic is going at like 50 the majority of the way. It takes me like an hour. Should be an hour 40 to get there. Hour and a half to get there. We'll call it an hour and a half. So I get on the freeway, right? And then I get like notifications that my tires are low. So now I'm panicking. And now it's raining. And then I can't get over. And then people are just like all over the place. I can't see. So I'm like on this side street to his house. And then I'm like, oh, cool. That just adds like fucking 20 more minutes. Then I have to pull off. And in the rain, I have to air up my tire. It took forever to get there. So I check on him. This is day 2 of his knee. Um, One, he never watches this. This kid is the biggest baby. Um, okay, I lied. He's the biggest baby when his mom's around. His mom is super, super nice to him. Like, it is crazy because I was like, there's no way I'm going to do any of the stuff that she's doing. Um, but I check on him. We hang out for a little bit. Bought him breakfast. He had physical therapy that day, pictures. So, and then I have to leave from there. The rain let up a little bit, so that's good. I go to my meeting. So I got to the meeting like fucking like 40 minutes early. I should have taken a nap somewhere. That's my only suggestion. But again, I couldn't risk like oversleeping, so whatever. So I get there early. It is what it is. I find something to do. I do some writing, do the meeting, get out, go home. Yeah, like very long day. I don't mind long days, but it's weird when it's a long day at the end of the shift versus like long day then go to work. Like that, like I don't know. I think what okay, here's why I think it was a long day. I drove a bunch for a random Thursday that I don't normally drive. Anyway, The boy's doing good. I did my meeting. Boom, checked it off. I don't have to do another one for a year. Um, I did. Um, I did update my update. I did air up my tires. So I don't know. It was I accomplished a lot. Was it a long day?
Do you ever have like a one of those conversations or it's called a conversation. You and your buddies all hanging out. You're all talking, hanging out, right? Getting some advice, whatever. And then like you realize that you missed your opportunity to get help and advice for something else. Like it was right there, but you completely spaced it. And now you remember it like days later. And now you can't bring it back up again because that's weird. Lame.
There's no reason why you can't bring it up again. It is absolutely weird. I don't think I don't know. Recently, boom, soundboard, getting some advice, boom, and then and like 2 days later, I was like, oh fuck. There's one like, uh, so I don't know. That's all I got for you guys on that one. There's like, I'm not gonna get into it, but f me if I didn't just like hardcore miss opportunity and now it's lost. And I gotta wait for another one to pop up, hopefully. Maybe. Probably like I mean it's far and few between, but fuck. Like I'm trying to think. Like when's the last time I did it other than this time? I don't know. All I'm saying is like if you're lost in your head and you get a chance to fucking get it out, make sure you get it out, man, because fucking it sucks being locked up here all day.
Can't get into specific details, but do you guys remember Crank Yankers on Comedy Central? The one with the crank calls and the puppets? Eventually, I think I have a concept very similar to it that would go be amazing. Um, but we're still like years from that, like 2 years at least. But still, writing it down, Crank Yanker type puppet show.
Uh yes, dramatically timed. Man, it sucks too. Like, and it sucks because it's like I think it would have changed significantly my position or understanding of my position. Yeah. Uh, I go to Hawaii. Yay! Why are you going to Hawaii? I want to go to Hawaii. So, okay, the reason why I can't say any details is because the idea is like really good. And I swear it's a conversation everybody has had with friends after like a hard day of work. But sometime next year we're gonna get the Ben puppet. After that, we're gonna get some more puppets. We got Michelle gonna help out with some puppeteering. Um, I would like to at some point look into this cranky anchor idea because all right, let me take you guys back to like Comedy Central 90. Oh, I bet you it was after 2000. Someone look up crank anchors. When did they play? I would have said 98, but I guarantee you it could have been 2003. Um, 2002 for 6 seasons. Um, Jimmy Kimmel, Adam Carolla, Sarah Silverman was on there. There's a bunch of people. Um, David Allen Greer, he was on there. Holy crap! Sorry, I do remember the show, and this was a quote from it. That's what I figured it was. Sorry if I didn't like tagging that I knew that, but um, so I can't say because I don't want someone stealing this idea because I think it's actually kind of funny. Um, but once we get the Ben puppet, I will bring it up again, and we will see if there's a way because we got the green screen capability. We're gonna see. All I know is that there's a future project in the that's going to be a puppet non Sophia Flower production. This is gonna be a Chase and the Whimsy production because I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if Sophie's gonna like. She doesn't want that on her brand. So fuck. Write that down. Now I say write that down. Nobody writes it down. I will eventually write it down. I am like so far behind on my calendar. I have all the dates. I just can't put them into the calendar. Will somebody be interested in manning my calendar if I send you all the dates? Uh,
Started Christmas shopping, so that's a thing. Nothing crazy. I technically already started. I bought a couple things a couple weeks ago, but actively now pursuing. I think I'm very excited for my ideas for JJ. We will see. That's my mom.
all right. Um, I probably am the only person that remembers crank yankers. I guess like what would be interesting is like for the mind pockets that I'm asking you guys to send me, like what if like every week I gave you guys a topic and then you guys emailed those to me? I'd like to collect like 40 or 50 of those things and then just fucking replay them all day. So like 3 per person for like everybody who's listening right now. How many 12 people are hanging out? Um like write down, record or email me the next time you remember something and it's quite possibly you're the only person in existence that at that moment has thought about them in years. Like crank yankers. I don't think anybody has thought about crank yankers in years. But for whatever reason I thought it. Like it's such a weird pull too. And what's interesting about it is the second I say I want to do a crank yankers type show, fucking Hammer was like, I know exactly what it is that you want to do. And Ben Puppets would be amazing. Like, it is so cool. Like a 22-year-old reference, like completely dead reference, totally triggers, exactly where I'm going. It's the beauty of mind pockets, guys.
Not very often do I come up with a grammatical joke or a word joke. I mean, other than puns, but uh, totally helped somebody whose last name was Benes, and I made the joke that it's kind of like multiple me's. Uh, totally like no one even acknowledged it until the very end, and they're like, "Oh, I get it now, ha! I'm a genius. Look at that. I know grammar jokes."
Here's multiple problems with this, okay? Like, like word wise, like I'm like borderline the dumbest person, okay? The level of word play, like who is like I can do wordplay, right? Been there, right? Boom. But the idea, I'm talking to somebody, and I was like, "Hey," like, and I make the joke. I'm like, "Oh, that's a cool last name. It's like multiple me's, right?" And I'm Ben, and the last name was Ben Es. The beauty of it was like at the end of our interaction, I'll call it like 10 minutes. Then they realized what the joke was, and then they laugh, and we both laugh. And we have a haha. But then at the same time, here's what I realized: the joke doesn't work. The joke is a flawed joke. It is barely it's grammatically incorrect as far as my understanding of the fucking language. Multiple bends would be an S. And I don't remember the full extent in which you would use an ES to indicate a plural, but I'm guaranteeing you it's not at the end of Ben. But I saw it and I went with it, and eventually they caught up. But like that's how. This is why I stay away from grammar jokes. Uh, dude, dude, it was so funny because like you all can see me, right? So we're crank anchoring this thing, right? So I'm like, Ben's like multiple me's. The second I said it, I'm like, that's not how ES works, like at all. I don't think that's it. I don't think there's any. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not an English major. I barely have a grasp on the English language, but I'm like 99% sure there's no way to finagle your way into multiple bends as an ES. I don't think there is. You guys can update me. You can let me know. I could try googling it. And man, like, all right, I'm gonna let you in a little bit. Okay, for a second. As I'm talking, there is apostrophe ES, but yeah, definitely want to be ES. Like, like the funniest thing is, as I'm talking, there is a large chunk of my brain working right now, trying to come up with another grammatical joke that I could tie into this joke, and I can't because I'm not good at it. Um, but I just wanted you to know that I'm actively trying to participate and at the same time come up with some fucking gold, and I can't. Anyway, I just thought you guys should know that Ben's now just so into grammatical jokes. Uh, man, if I don't try to sneak these things in everywhere that I can. Um, but it needs to be like straight grammatical. Can't be like this a play on words. Um, Ben shouldn't do that. No, Ben shouldn't do that. This is the arena that I want to play in from now on. What if I just dedicate my entire life to weird grammatical jokes? We're done. Ran a little bit late.
Get ready to meet your new
Okay.
favorite storyteller. Introducing the brand new podcast, Storytime with Mr. C. For most of his life, Mr. C has found pure joy in sharing tales with friends, family, students, even strangers. Now, he's bringing that lifelong passion directly to your ears. On Storytime with Mr. C, you'll join him as he digs up forgotten classics, hopefully creates some wonderful new ones, convinces a few special guests to share their incredible experiences, and takes us all back to the very beginning of what makes a great story. It's more than just a podcast. It's an invitation to simply hang out, connect, and remember the simple pleasure of a well-told story, like gathering around a campfire, but with better sound quality. Ready to be swept away? Find Story Time with Mr. C. Today on Spotify. Prepare to be amazed, entertained, and perhaps even taken back to a time when all you needed was a good voice and a great story.
Patreon people. I don't know if I stopped my thing here. Hold on. There it goes. Patreon people. Patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Violet, Courtney, Dad, Kit, and Lasagna Hammer. Thank you guys so much for fucking the support. Um, I think Megan and her family just got the last of the gnomes that needed to go out. You got to make sure you're signed up for December, January to get the lamb gnome, and then February, March to get the old man gnome. Um, if for whatever reason you guys miss one, reach out, let me know, and I'll help fill in the blank, the missing one that you have. So, thank you guys. The Patreon also, we raised some money, a couple of bucks, about $300. Um, we have adopted some families for the school again. Um, I'm waiting until I'm waiting to get some more details with regards to where the rest of it's going. There's two families. We're like, I think partnering's too strong of a word, but we're partnering with another podcast who is giving back to their community. So we're helping them out. There's two families. One gentleman had passed away from cancer, so we're helping their family with parts with they're raising money. We're donating to help that fund. That fund will help pay for a family whose dad passed away for cancer, and then the second family, um, kid has cancer. I don't have a lot of details, and at the same time, respecting the privacy that says uh, not a lot of my business, but we want to help out a little bit. So uh, we do good work. We're putting it to good use, um, helping kids get Christmases, and then helping uh, kids and families devastated by cancer. So no idea what we're doing next year. I think I want to revamp some things, but for this year, 2025, chasing the whimsy, man, we doing something. We helping where we can, and I think that's the important thing. We are done. We're out of here. That's loud. Sorry. That's it for fucking Mind Pockets, guys. Mind Pockets 85. Done. Get out of here. If you guys have any ideas, March 7th is the placeholder for Mind Pockets 100. If you guys have any ideas, suggestions on how to make that event like significantly better, dude, I'm taking off the Friday, Saturday before because I need. Um, I don't know how involved I will be on Mind Pockets 100 because it's not going to be a stop and play. Like I'm not going to re-listen. I'm going to be. I don't know. Like I'm not. I'm not stopping it. I'm just going to let it play all the way through because like it's already like 12 hours long, if not longer by then. So like there's not enough time to stop it. But I would like to maybe hang out and interact a little bit in the chats. I'm going to do a couple of things with it, so uh, it's going to be fun. Let me know if you guys have any ideas for my Pockets 100. Um, there will be some giveaways. That's all I know. 99 will have a giveaway option, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing. I'm not asking anybody to listen to 12 hours, 15 hours of Ben. I would think it would be amazing, but we got some time. Grandma, thank you for hanging out. Lasagna Hammer, thank you guys for hanging out. Kelly had jumped in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Um, we need a scoreboard somewhere right here. Mom won. Old man 0. Mom wins again. Uh, Mom, I love you. Thank you for letting me mind pocket you again. Even though you aggressively came at me this week for that one. But you came at me because you knew you were right. I was clearly wrong, and I knew I was wrong. But I just thought it was funny the way that you said it. And in doing so, I insert my foot into my face, in which I am told that I was wrong. But thank you. Love you. Talk to you guys later. Whimsy!